Okay, so today we're talking about the biggest baddie in all of D&D. You can see the picture in front of you. And if you don't know what this is, newer DMs out there or just players curious about the monsters in the game, this is basically Godzilla, in a sense. If Godzilla were immune to everything and could it's basically as invincible as Godzilla anyways. Now, this is a creature that if you're going to put into your game, you need to do it right. What I mean by this is I had, a DM who I'd known who had put the Tarasque into his campaign to act as like a sentient being that's out there that you can't trifle with because it's super powerful, but it acts like basically a red dragon. Now, why this I found is a problem is, first off, it can't speak any languages. Second off, if you want a creature to act like a red dragon, get a red dragon. This is because this is the creature that destroys towns and villages and castles and everything in its path. It's a challenge rating 30. Now, if you don't understand what that means, you can't really have a character who's level 30 unless you're doing it a little homebrewed. But even then, the way you do that basically would be by multi-classing into letting a character multi-class for an extra 10 levels into something else. Now, even so, taking out a baddie with this high of a challenge rating is really near impossible to do without lots of planning, at least, because it can literally take 3 of your saving throw, whatever time it needs a saving throw, take 3 of them and just I failed this? No, I didn't fail it. Making it probably one of the most powerful things against spells, as well as, it has advantage on those saving throws against spells. You can't tackle it because, put it in most status effects because, first off, it's giant, it's immune to everything. It's a siege monster. It's literally called a siege monster in the monsters manual. This is just the page I printed off to do this with. As well as it has a lot of legendary actions, normal actions that it can do, such as swallowing a character. I don't think it's possible in any sense of a proper D&D to take on a Tarasque as a single player. But the main reason that I find, the reason it's a baddie that doesn't have intelligence, I'm guessing that is because Witches of the Coast don't want you to be like, oh, I'll make this act like a red dragon would act, just a bit tougher and bit meaner. First off, it's the size of like a big building. It's huge. It's a lot bigger than a red dragon. Red dragon is probably one of the red dragon and other dragons are probably one of the few creatures it can't just swallow. As well as, part of the thing about a red dragon is, if you disobey a red dragon, and it finds out, there's still ways to play through the game with a red dragon hunting you properly. You can go hide in towns that are heavily defended. The Tarasque, on the other hand, isn't going to be stopped by a heavily defended town. It's going to be stopped by a bunch of level 20 rangers and, well, mainly rangers. Because you don't want to get too close, because it'll swallow you. Because it can literally swallow a large creature. Actually, I think the red dragon might be a... No, I think it's... I'm not sure, but I don't think it can swallow a red dragon. I'll have to check that out again. Never good at remembering its size. But basically, what this entails is that if you were to put it in... It's basically either you're going to play it in a way that it's without, like, where it's basically the party's like, okay, I guess we have to do this because the Tarasque ordered us to, which isn't, it gets kind of boring, as well as it doesn't speak any languages. Its only goal really is to eat things and more things. Plus, it's literally just made, like, it's, as it says, it's literally considered something that's part of the end of times to most. And though I know a lot of people have realized this version, the 5e version, this is the one that I'm using currently and showing currently, is not nearly as powerful as, like, the older editions, where I think it was 3rd edition where you needed the wish spell to put it back into a dormant state, and then you needed to do a bunch of rituals and all that. Which, yeah, that's harder. But when people are complaining that it's not hard enough, this can still easily total party kill everything. Like, entire parties of good players. What I found and kind of looked at, I'm pretty sure it's designed for the sole purpose of being there to wipe a party. It has an armor class of 25, which is extreme. I think that's the highest armor class in the Monsters Manual as well. I'm pretty sure it has the highest health in the Monsters Manual. And does enough and though it actually doesn't do the most damage, if it swallows you, it will wipe you. As seen by the fact that it can do 50 damage with its horns, but it can do, I think it's like 100 and some damage by swallowing you, which is more than most, which can kill a person in 2 to 3 turns if it swallows you. Oh, as well as you can still die by being swallowed by it even after it's dead. Because... Oh, as well as it can use a legendary action, or 3 legendary actions every single time. Meaning it can try to swallow you twice and then attack you again. And if that doesn't work, it's going to try and swallow you again and again. Because, Bite doesn't already do 40 damage. You also need to go through a DC 20 saving throw, because that's fun. Basically, lesson is, if you want a creature that's going to destroy entire towns, use this. If you want a bad boss, someone there to, take on monsters, well, not take on monsters, but a boss to follow and listen to, take this. It's not going to destroy your entire party that easily. You can still get away from it, you can still hide, you can still do all of that. The difference being, it has much less health and is much less dangerous. In a sense, because this will still total party kill. But this is more likely to total party kill. This one's more likely to TPK. As well as this hyper-intelligent being. This destroyer of worlds. If you don't understand the difference, then I don't know what to say to you. You don't use this as super intelligent being that's there manipulating things, because it doesn't care. It's so powerful, it just eats the things. It doesn't give a damn. That's basically it. Oh, as well as it's completely immune to magic, unlike the red dragon, which can take damage from magic missiles and all that. Where it can, reflect. It has this, I think it's a 16% chance to reflect magic missile back at this caster. So, whatever you do, DMs out there, please note that even though people complain that this isn't as deadly as it used to be, it still is the most deadly thing out there that you can play reasonably. Don't even give it to level 20 characters unless they're actually experienced. That's all I have for today. Peace.